Hey golfers, welcome back to another episode of the ABCs of the Golf Swing. Today, I want to go over a little drill with you about how to get the body working properly through impact. Now, once we get up to the top, we've always talked about focusing on the arms coming down to make sure they're accelerating properly. And that's what we want to do. However, let's not forget about what the body's got to do, what the chest and lower body has to do through impact. And depending on how you release that club into the ball, your release may start a little bit early, may start a little bit later. There's a lot of tour players that we see in the gears data do it differently. So there's no right or wrong with that. But I do want to talk about making sure we do get now body acceleration through impact, because this ball slows this club down a bunch. And we need to make sure we have the momentum of the system to continue that power through impact. Because if we just kind of stop at impact, this shoulder joint and that club can't get through. So that's the important part of the body, is really driving through impact. So here's kind of a, not an easy drill, but just a drill to kind of get a feel. And all I want you to do, you can probably just grip up a little bit on a club. I got a 7-iron here. And what I want to do is just work into this shorter swing. Mine has a tendency to get too long, but I'll go ahead and just kind of work it to roughly about here. And then what I'm trying to do is just really accelerate everything. And I want to get my pelvis working up and forward, get out of posture, get these hips up so they can rotate and get through the shot. A little squeezing of the glutes too. And I'm not worried about the timing, I'm just worried about trying to get those moving. Because the club's already down here instead of up here, that's the proper time to get the body moving in this area. We get up here and we start going, that's when that club all of a sudden gets thrown over the top. So that's the reason why I want more of a reactionary lower body to work in transition. Let the arms come down, let the body kind of reset itself. And just this intent of throwing is going to start getting me shifted back into my lead post. But from there, man, I need to really kick this in. So it's kind of like a punch shot drill. Taking it back and going through. And like that one, that was thin. That's okay. And this is just something I need to get myself moving. And I can tell you with my hip surgery, it feels great, but I've kind of lost all body motion through impact. It's like, what is this supposed to do? So I wanted to get that combination of pelvis and shoulders and everything going, and I want that finish to be nice and extended too. So it's just to here, working on that. And that's just going to take time. And my hips do not want to come up right now. So just be patient as you go through this, because you're maybe not used to accelerating the body at that point. A lot of times you've over-accelerated the body too soon, and then you're all hands and arms at the bottom, and that's an incorrect sequence. So we want arms getting the club down, and then the body accelerating. Okay. So that's the body working through impact and accelerating through impact to hit our best shots. Let's take a look at how this tour player utilizes his arms and body through impact. 40 degrees is relative because obviously there's an inclination here that you can't do on 2D, but I just want you to take a look at the turns, pelvis turn and rib cage turn, and we'll just kind of go over some numbers. And again, these are all relative. It's not specific 40 degrees because of the tilt. So as a golfer's working the arms down, body is definitely going forward. And you can see down here in this graph, this is what we'll be looking at. I want to take a look at the change in degrees of turn. So the greater or faster degrees of turn, the more vertical or steeper the line will be. Slower changes of turn will be more of a flatter line. And so we have pelvis here in the yellow and upper body into the blue. So when we take a look down at the P5 position right here, We can see that arms really haven't traveled 40 degrees, but it's something I'd love to measure. And we take a look at the pelvis has gone from at the top around 35, we'll just call it 35. And now it's down to about 1 degree here. So the arms are, in a sense, accelerating, the body's moving back. And we take a look at this, we see some acceleration. And but it's a little bit slower. We take a look at the steepness of the curve. I'm going to try to draw this line here. And this is rough. You can see that the pelvis is not accelerating as fast as the upper body. And if we had a way to measure the hands movement in this, we would see that the hands are accelerating steeper or faster than what the upper body is. So this coordination between the outside versus inside is really important. It kind of shows up here. So as we go through impact and coming into impact, in this P6 position, we can see here that the pelvis is really slowing down its rotation. It's not accelerating very fast. It's still moving, still rotating, but it's very flat compared to what we see here in the upper body, which is a much greater acceleration as it's turning through. That's what the job of the body is through impact, is really to keep turning and moving through impact. That helps deliver the arms through impact and these shoulder joints, and obviously then has the momentum of the club and the whole system going through. So stay tuned for more ABCs of the golf swing and bringing in all the gears data on how to improve your golf swing. Talk to you soon.